response that paving would be taken up by the board at some point. These were pictures of 12, 15, and illustrate not the deterioration of the road, but the destruction of it. Thus, my previous statement that a simple paving will not be sufficient. As I understand it, having lived here only less than 4 years, this road never received what I understand to be the top coat of pavement after the initial layer. It now appears that it's too late for that, at least from my understanding. Another winter and the necessary plowing will cause more and more destruction of the pavement. We ask that the town of Tufton Borough address this critical road need in 2018. It was one of the issues I was going to raise with our road agent. Any comments? Just continue. Okay. Group pricing on catch basin cleaning. Earlier this year, Lakes Region Commission surveyed communities of their interest in sharing and cooperative purchasing opportunities. Electricity aggregation was a top priority. We succeeded in aggregating 16 towns and 6 school districts to lower their electricity supply costs between 20 and 40%. We're now in the process of exploring using our regional leverage to pursue one of the other priorities, and that is negotiating a better and lower cost for catch basin cleaning in our communities. Our method will be to collect contracts, RFPs, and other information regarding current arrangements, and then draft a new RFP for consideration by the group. Any thoughts on that issue?
Great.
Dan Barnard, greetings. Tufton Borough Times Winter Edition is in the process. We have a draft. Have you folks read the draft?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is that fine to submit, or?
Is it okay to submit that draft?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
This is, we received in December, and it just does our annual summary and inspection of bridges. Karen, can I have a copy of just the face sheet?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. The state of New Hampshire on our parking regulations. Remember, there was some concern about no parking from Union Wharf Road up there. This is their updates. I have a comment here. Chief verified one sign in beach parking lot needs to be moved. State has been contacted. Did the chief have any other comments about whether the information in this letter is correct?
He didn't say, no. He just said.
Would you ask him, please?
I
and
I
ask-
don't think he had any changes, I mean. That's the
Okay.
only change that he could come up with was moving that
Okay.
sign.
It's a work in progress. We signed an agreement with Spectrum to, that's their new computer service up there. He talked about the pole that needs to go in. If I understand it correctly, they need to issue a new phone number, and he said there was no problem with that. Correct, Karen?
Right, that's what the new revision was, yeah.
Any other wrinkles that we should be aware of?
Not that I know, just New Hampshire Electric putting in the pole. and-
Again, thank you for your efforts on that.
You're welcome.
Lake Winnipesaukee Association Board of Selectmen, the Moultonborough Bay and Winter Harbor Watershed Plan Update. Have you folks read it?
Yes.
You're all set with it? You're all set? Has a copy gone to Steve Wingate of
I
this?
don't recall on that one, I'm not sure, but I can send him one.
Okay, Tufton Borough Conservation Commission is on their CC list.
Oh, that's what it was, yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, 2 letters came in the envelope, I remember now.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is from Chief Shigori. Reference his office and who can be in there, who they can't be. Have you folks read it?
Yes.
Okay. New Hampshire Lottery, just an update. If we decide to place Keno on the town warrant, and we haven't even addressed that issue, and no one has come to me with it, does anyone come to you with it?
No.
Okay.
I suppose there may be a petition article presented, but,
Okay, I haven't heard of it yet. Happy New Year. This is from Karen. She's requested submissions for the annual town report by January 26th. Karen, I took the liberty of asking Terry Smith to contact you
Yes, he did.
with some photos. It was only because he has, some unique things to offer. It's not my decision, and if you folks have any input, we've had some really good covers over the years. Like that. If you folks have any suggestions or comments on that, please step forward.
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Will one of you be writing that submission? You will. For the annual report? No.
be the chairman, you're gonna write the selectmen's,
The missile?
Yes, I'll work with
Yeah.
someone on it, okay? This is from Gina. Would you please ask the selectmen how we proceed with the design work for the beach? Do we sign and send a deposit as the work was to be done over the winter? Please let us know. I haven't reviewed the minutes.
we put money in the budget submission for that work for 2018, Parks and Rec.
We did. We did.
Do you have any input?
I thought I remembered from the meeting, and I couldn't bank on it, but I thought she had the okay to put the the application type thing in with last year's money, I thought. I think they had money left in that budget, I don't think that part was put into the 2018 budget. It was like $700 and some odd, the design proposal. So I think at this point.
Proposal.
Yeah, I think at this point now, if I remember correctly, I don't think it was put in 2018.
Could you help you and I research that together, maybe? I'll go back over the minutes and see what we
Need
did.
to
Because I
adjust,
think I
they need to
remember-
adjust their submission for the 2018 budget.
And I thought that Steve Wingate was involved in that.
He was
Yeah,
supposed to-
yeah, he's helping.
Yes, okay. Maybe ask him, and I'll work with him on it. Next is a letter that the chief made available to us from Stewart's Ambulance Service, just talking about current concerns and future concerns. Next is an email from Gina. She had followed up on a meeting I had with the director of Wolfboro Parks and Recreation on lifeguards. Gina's busy and went to see this lady, and she was, at a conference, but it's a work in progress. Have you folks read the letter?
Yes.
Okay. The remainder things are things that no action, legislative bulletin, Dolan associations, a land surveying permit type thing, some more legislative review documents. Any other correspondence?
Excuse me, I just have a question for Gina. Can I respond to her that she can sign the document and get going, or does she need to wait?
Well,
Because I believe she has that, everything was
Yeah, I
going in the
think
meeting
you
that you
reviewed-
gave her that permission, I believe.
I think you review the minutes that we encumbered her. She had money enough to do the
That's how I
submission.
kind of remembered it. I thought she had the money last year, but of
but
course now we're
did we
past
encumber the
that.
money?
No,
I don't remember.
no, I don't think so. And I
Okay.
think it kind of was thought that at that meeting that she was just gonna do it out of last
Do it
year's
in
money, is how I
December.
remembered, but.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it evidently didn't get done
Yeah.
that way.
so we'll need to adjust the budget then.
Okay. It's just she had permission to do so, or should she wait? Can she sign the agreement at this time for the proposal, and then we adjust the budget after, or?
Can we talk about that Friday?
Yeah, because she could probably do it premised on the idea that she had money in the budget to do it. And then, the budget hasn't passed until
Right.
March.
Right.
But we're not gonna be out of business, it's just a matter of where to,
Yeah, but it would be good to update the submission
yeah.
to cover
Sure. All right.
the work for sure.
Let's find out where we stand on that, and Lloyd and I will figure it out. Right.
But that'll be on the agenda for Friday. Under other business, the next meeting, there's a work session for this Friday. At what time? 9 o'clock? Is that convenient for you?
Yeah, that's good with me.
Okay. Any other business from the board?
I guess, thinking about the Shirley Way issue, and I have no idea whether or not Newcomb was right or not, that the final paving wasn't done, that maybe the planning board should consider, I mean, we had the problem with Zadida, and the rest of them is actually getting a bona fide surety bond from these developers before they start, that sits there until all the work is done.
Right.
I have discussed this with Jim in past years. As I understand it, there was only one coat of pavement put down, and it was either extra thick or extra tar in it, and there never was a second coat, and it's on his list. I had prepared to talk to him today about Shirley Way, and I was prepared to talk to him about going with an alternate paving system, the SAM system that they did 5 miles over in Ossipee. And again, last Wednesday I spoke to Brad about that, and they've been very pleased. It's for less traveled roads, it's recycled tires, there's a little bit of a savings. I also went one step further. Like Zardi Farms, we had a betterment assessment to all the people up there. Another thing is, how do we pay for it? I'm not proposing this, but some towns, when you register a motor vehicle, you pay an additional $5, and it goes for a specific road. The other thing is, we have $70,000 that we got that
No,
we
I'm
haven't
sure there are a
spent.
number of ways that we can approach the problem. I'm just thinking forward to avoid the problems of the future,
Yes,
and, try to tighten that system up a little bit, because that wasn't originally a town road, that was a development road that got turned into
Yes.
a town road. And
but it
when I read
was, but it was built to the 21 and 22 foot.
Well, they have to be, unless they're gonna,
Sure.
only service 2 houses or whatever it is.
But that development, for example, there's really 2 other roads up there. And I want, and those 2 other roads aren't even listed in, this has been paved, so. It was an issue that I wanted to talk about when the road agent was here, so.
All right.
Other business. Go ahead, sir.
In reference to Jim Bean, and he's sick, do you guys converse email, say, okay, Jim, I want to see you next Friday. This is a list of all the documents. This is a list of the discussions, so that we can expedite it, because if you don't see him on Friday, you're not going to be here for 2 weeks, okay? It's just an opinion as I listen to you people, just moving things along.
Good people.
You people.
We've descended to that.
2,
Go ahead, sir.
who's paying for that pole in the transfer station? The electric company, the phone company, or we?
I believe it's part of what the service we requested. I'm not- I am not aware from Clay that there's any additional charge.
Okay, you had mentioned a figure of $30,000 in Spectrum in the same sentence, so I didn't know, did we save 30,000 or?
Yes. Prior to Spectrum buying Time Warner,
Right,
she and Clay made 50 attempts to communicate with someone from Time Warner.
because I'm well aware.
And Time Warner sent the town a letter. It's gonna cost you $30,000 to put a half-mile line in to a building that they forgot to install internet in. It's a town building. And oh, by the way, it's going to be $500 a month for internet service in perpetuity.
Since that time, they've renegotiated.
No, since then, Spectrum has taken over.
Right,
The town has contacted the president of Spectrum, who assured that he would review the issue. Mike Dugan came down, he says, before I begin, it costs, $11,200 and I'm gonna say $26 to put that line in. the president of Spectrum has said, lower that by $5,000.
Okay.
So first of all, it's no longer a capital improvement project, right? Then Clay, with his computer background, negotiated bundling of 3 services at half of what we were paying for telephone service there.
Okay.
So, this is an editorial comment. Everything Clay touches turns to gold for us.
Okay, a couple things.
Does that wrap it up?
Yes, thank you very much.
And what else?
Okay.
No, you explained yourself, I'm fine.
We need to go into non-public session.
I'll make a motion to adjourn from public session.
And actually, we go into non-public. That's before we adjourn. And then we come back out of non-public. Yeah.
We need to go, you make a motion to go into non-public.
I'll make a
second.
motion to go into non-public.
I second. Wood, yes?
Marcus, yes.
I'll be
You
yes.
have to finish the rest of the story, I'm sorry,
For whatever reason, we decided.
for whatever reason, Chip Albee said, okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
RSA 91-A:3,
Maximum.
2, 1.
Golden one.
Thank you very much.
Employee compensation.
TTFN.